So the Rico, like, how do you feel about the whole Rico? Like, everybody's like shipping Amari and Rico. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, especially like that being your girl.
You said what?
Like, how do you feel about it? Like, especially that she's your girl and like everybody shipping her with another man.
I figured that shit was gonna happen. To be honest, I think a lot of these little kids on here are immature, but I figured that was gonna happen. They dragging it, to be honest, though. Especially Rico. Rico got a girl. He got his own shit to deal with his girl. So.
Okay. Now, I'm sorry, Amari. You know you my girl and all, but you know they put a question in the comments. How do you feel about Amari like throwing it back on Maj?
I didn't throw it back on him.
No, they said it in the comments, Amari. I think they got a clip of it. Don't do that.
No, I didn't throw it back on him.
If they talking about on the yacht, I seen that for myself. She wasn't throwing it back on him. She was dancing with him.
I was dancing with him, but I wasn't like actively throwing it back on him.
They said yes, you did, Amari.
No, I didn't. There's a video. It's on the live. Like, I didn't actively throw it back on him. We were dancing together.
I don't know what Maj be saying, but
thanks,
I ain't gonna speak on nobody's sexuality or nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying, those type shit.
Maj not gay, y'all, so don't say that in the comments, because y'all know I don't play about that one right there. Not you, Amari boyfriend, but yeah, but he not gay, so his sexuality is he's straight. He like bitches, okay? Let's see. Let me see what else I got for you. Hi, Kay. They said you did. Oh, they said you did in the club, Amari.
No, I
did in the club.
No, I didn't. Y'all can go look. I did not.
Add KB.
Only people that I twerked on was Faith.
Add KB.
Kayla and who's K-Bands? Hey,
KK.
Hey y'all. Hey, dude in the back. What you mean by you not gonna speak on nobody's sexuality? What you trying to say?
Okay, we're not doing that. He don't know Maj, so he's just saying period. But don't come at him like that.
Well, I don't like the way that just sounds.
It's not that deep. We're answering Ella's questions. Like, no, Ella, I'm not doing that. She's not gonna disrespect my man on live. Like, sorry, but go ahead.
Jasmine, I'm not doing too much. I'm asking questions. I already knew what I was about to ask.
So he's not trying to be funny. He's simply just saying, like, that's not him trying to be funny or nothing. He's just simply saying he don't know.
Well, I'm gonna say now, Maj not gay. He like bitches. He be fucking bitches and stuff like that. So we're gonna leave it at that because I'm not.
Yeah, it's not even that deep to get into.
But okay. So how do you feel about each cast member? Like both of you guys. Like, how do you feel about Rico? Actually, Elijah. Like, how do you actually feel about him?
As a person, I mean, he seemed cool. Like I said, with the situation with him and Amari, I feel like that's just the fans doing too much. I know most of these people in here probably like 13 years old, 14 years old type shit. So he seemed cool. He seemed like a fun dude to be around. But like I said, I ain't see nothing crazy from what I've seen with my own two eyes. So yeah, he seemed cool.
Okay, and how do you feel about his girlfriend confronted Amari on some rah-rah?
Yeah, how do you feel that I got into a fight with her?
I mean, that's her. She told me what happened, so I don't agree with the way Rico's girl came up on her and shit, but...
No, Maj, you're not messing with no damn Rico. Y'all stop that shit.
But clearly, ain't nobody appreciated it. That's why they started hitting or whatever, so... I mean... It just is what it is. She shouldn't have came up on all that rah-rah shit. Instead, she should have just came up and asked. If she had an issue with whatever was going on, she could have just came up and asked type shit.
Amari, they want me to ask you, how do you feel despite being the most hated on the show?
To be honest, at first, like, I didn't expect it, in all honesty, because I felt like I was me the whole time when I was on the show. Like, I was the same person that y'all see on live, on my own TikTok live. I'm the same person that y'all spoke to through Discord. But at first it was getting to me a little bit, but then it just got to the point where it's like, people are going to love you and then people are going to hate you. So I'm just going to love the people that love me. And yeah, like, I fuck with people who love me. And yeah, that's just how I feel. But it did get to me at first. I'm not going to lie. Like, I was like, damn. but I do feel like I was. Somebody said I wasn't the most hated.
I don't think you was the most hated.
I
Honestly, I really don't. But that was a question that they put in the comments. So,
feel like I was low key. Probably not the most, but I feel like I was one of the people that people hated. Like I couldn't do nothing without somebody saying something about me.
Okay, back to Elijah. I'm gonna say this. Ready? So if Rico girl felt some type of way that she could confront Amari, right? She obviously thought that something was going on. So you just said that you didn't think nothing was really going on and stuff like that. But if his girlfriend is feeling some type of way, obviously to approach Amari, how come you didn't feel some type of way? Because it looked like something was there. No shade to you, Amari, but you know,
there was
she may be dealing with some insecurity issues or something like that, or. I mean, Rico, we don't know. Rico could have a past with cheating or something like that. I don't know. But from what I saw, there was nothing wrong. So if she didn't like it, then that's on her.
Hold on. Who said Rico was attractive? Hold on.
So they're talking about what she already knows. When we're doing the competitions, Maj gave me a question and he said, who are the two people that you find attractive on the show? It has to be a girl and a boy. So I already know people have been trying to pair me with Mizzy, and everybody was already trying to pair me with Rico as well. So I just said them too.
Okay. All right. And Amari, if you could say anything to anybody on the cast right now, right? If you could just say anything that was like crazy or how you really felt and you didn't say on the show, what would you say?
I would say this is something that I did peep like at the end of the show that I didn't have a chance to speak to her though. One of the duos, I think it was Carice, the darker skin one. For some reason, people were saying that she was giving me dirty looks when I wasn't looking, and like she was acting weird towards me. So I probably would have just asked her if she was like cool with me or something, because I don't know, I never done nothing to her, but people were making it seem like there was some type of animosity going on. So I don't know, or or maybe they were just making shit up, because at the same time people be lying on Discord. So
and who was your favorite person in the house, like all together?
My favorite would have to be D Glock, because I think me and her got the closest, to be honest. But definitely her, because she like stood her ground. She never like changed up on nobody or anything. So yeah.
Okay, and if you had to pick 5 people from the cast to come back, who would you pick?
D Glock, Zay, I would say D Glock, Zay, the duo like London and Journey. I would say Scoob, because I feel like y'all didn't really give Scoob a chance.
Is Scoob really a catfish?
No, I don't know why everybody was calling her catfish. She's not ugly.
You want to have 21 back?
You know what? I would. 21, she gets on my fucking nerves, but she is hilarious. It's just like, as long as they watch how much she drinks, in all honesty, like, just let her take a shot. Because I don't know, the way she be drinking, she goes crazy, and it gets to the point where you can't control her. So yeah, I would say 21. And there's more people, I'm pretty sure, but I just like, you only allowed me to say 5, so yeah.
Okay, how do you feel about the Is twins, like all together, like them all together? Because you really didn't really speak on them for real. You just like, I don't know, you didn't really say nothing about them.
Yeah, so I didn't speak on them because I actually only like had a few conversations with them and we click. I can say when they get drunk, you know, they get pissed off really easily. But when they're sober, they're fun as fuck. Like I've had deep conversations with both of the twins and we vibe pretty well.
So if you were to come back, right? Would you rather be a cast member or would you want to be somebody to be there, like to do like a mediation kind of thing?
I think I would be down with whatever, to be honest. I would want to be part of the cast. I feel like Maj need to cast less people because it's no way like everybody can get enough time on the screen. Like if you get what I'm saying, like it's just too much personality, too much going on at the same time to where nobody can focus on one person. But I wouldn't mind also being like a mediator. I feel like I would be really good at that.
Okay. And is there anything you want to say, like, Like, if you could sit there and talk to Maj right now and be like, Maj, I should be casted for this reason again, what would you say?
I would tell him it's because I stood on my own the whole time. Like, I never changed. Not talking about fighting wise, but I'm just saying, like, I never, like, changed who I was. I stayed the same, whether I was getting hate or love. I felt like, first of all, I put that shit on. Like, I looked good every motherfucking day. I treated it like it was a real fucking job. Not only that, I respected him throughout the whole time I was there. And I treated it like a real job. Like, I respected him. I made sure I got my part done when I had to do things, when he told me to do stuff. I made sure that, I feel like I made his job easier, to be honest. And he needs more people like that. Like, yeah, and I didn't change my personality. Like, people wanted me to be more rowdy and shit, and I didn't get rowdier. I just stayed to myself. Like, I was just myself. So, yeah.
Hey, where do you stand with me and Maury? Like, what is there like some type of tension between y'all, or like, how did you really feel about that whole thing? Because they said that you was lying, and then the
and I didn't like that.
She kind of gave that little nod that kind of like, you was lying, you was kind of changing your words and stuff like that. So I want to know what was really true.
So, like, as of right now, I don't have a genuine problem with her. I get why she said she jumped in, but I feel like, okay, if it was me and Z fighting and D jumps in, then you go after D. You don't go after somebody that's already fighting. Second of all, she apologized for fighting. She said that she only did it because she thought I was jumping Z. And I didn't even know. Me and D both didn't know that we were both swinging on the girl at the same time, in all honesty. People say I should have seen her, but, like, literally, I dead ass didn't. Like, I wasn't thinking about nobody else. I was looking at Z, and that was my target, and that's all I was trying to do, is get to her. But I didn't like that she said I lied. Like, I never said that I hated that. Like, that word hated, you can't say hate, because hate is totally different than dislike, disliking something. I never said that I hated that D Glock jumped in. I said I didn't like that she did, but I understood why she did it, and I appreciated her. But I already said that to D Glock after it happened, because I didn't even know she jumped in until she told me, and I was just like, I don't like that, because I don't agree with jumping, but I didn't know that she jumped in, and when she did, I spoke to her. I was just like, girl, it's not right to do that, but I understand why you did it, and I highly appreciate you. I thank you for standing up for me, and I told her that, and I said it so many fucking times. So I don't know why me and Maury tried to switch it up. I don't know if she just felt attacked it or something that day. I don't know, but I just didn't like it, because don't switch up my words. And then she said I was being friendly towards her. Like, girl, first of all, I left that night after we got to the house. I left my room, and I told Maj I was gonna go sit in his room, because I didn't want to be in the room with my cast members, because they were all going crazy. They were yelling and whatever and fighting. I thought I was gonna be in that room by myself. Like, nobody there at all. I was supposed to be in that room by myself, but me and Maury was already in there, and I wasn't finished to be like, okay, I'm finna turn around. I really just didn't want to deal with all the screaming and yelling from my cast members. So I was just like, I'm just gonna sit here. And me and Maury we both started talking about the situation, and she was just saying, she don't agree with all the jumping, this and that, which I understand. I agree with it, but I never said that I hated D Glock for what she did. Like, no, that doesn't even make any sense.
Okay, so they were talking in Discord. I remember somebody saying this. They said that Rico, when he was trying to break up the fight or whatever, he wants to go protect Z a little bit. His fist kind of clenched a little bit. How does your boyfriend feel about that? Like, when he was trying to, like, protect her, his fist kind of, like, balled up just a little bit, stuff like that. Like, how do you feel about that, for real?
Well, I didn't even know about it. Did you hear her?
So what?
About what did you say again? Go ahead.
So when Rico went to go, like, get his girlfriend from, like, the whole fight and stuff like that, his fist kind of balled up a little bit and stuff like that. That's what they said in the Discord and stuff like that. So how do you feel about that? Like, just to know that he was kind of protecting his girlfriend and stuff like that, but he kind of, like, balled up his fist. Me personally, I didn't see him try to swing at Amari and anything like that, but they said that he kind of did ball up his fist.
I didn't see that either. I saw him walking towards this girl, trying to get her to calm down.
Nobody said he was finna hit her. I just said that. Make it make sense. Not talking to you, Elijah, but still. But
yeah, I don't find nothing wrong with it. He's trying to protect his girlfriend.
Oh, they said they got a clip. Y'all send it to Amari or Amari boyfriend, whatever. or drop it in the
Yeah,
Discord.
but I didn't even know that. So, I mean, in all honesty, I really don't care as long as he didn't put his hands on me. I really wouldn't give a fuck. He'd probably just really upset. I mean, my man would be upset too. I feel like anybody's partner would be upset that their girlfriend is getting beat on. So,
Okay, now this is the real question because I need to know because Amari, I was in the house. You ready? How do you feel about the whole Zeta and Maj fight? Like, what is your personal opinion on that? Like, what do you think?
I feel like that literally shocked me because I never seen Maj in that type of light of like fighting and stuff. And when I seen Zeta's head hit the tree, I was like,
Was he asleep for a little bit? Was he down there for a little? He was.
He was down there for a second, like probably like 5 seconds. That shit like blew me for real. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. I do think that Maj held his own, but I was shocked. I was not expecting that from him at all. So yeah, that probably had been one of my favorite fights, though. I'm not gonna lie, because I just wasn't expecting it.
Okay, so if you could rank the fights, like 1 through 5 and stuff like that, 1 being the best, 5 being the worst, what would you do? Like, who would be,
Damn, that's a lot of fun. I gotta think. Okay, I feel like my fight would have to be the worst, first of all, because I wasn't even really able to do nothing. Like, yeah, I wasn't even able to do anything for real. Like, I just charged at her, in all honesty. Like, we couldn't really fight for real. And I thought she was gonna want to fight when we got back, but that didn't happen. The fourth one, I don't know, Ella. That's a lot. I don't fucking know. I would just do the worst and the best because I don't know. The first, I guess the best fight would either have to be the one with Maj and Z-Dot, or I would say the one with D and Faith, because I feel like everybody was waiting for that, and I feel like they handled it pretty good, and they were going at it with each other pretty well. So yeah.
Okay.
It's way too many fights to think about, Ella. I'm sorry.
And how do you feel about the whole, like, Zay and 21, like, that whole thing at the end?
Oh, so that shit was crazy within itself. I do feel like Zay shouldn't have pushed her in the face. I feel like that's going, overboard, because at the end of the day, she is a female. And I understand why 21, she crashed out after, but I just wish she had went about it a different way, because she like was throwing plates, and literally the first 2 plates that she threw, it fell on my foot, and I'm so glad I had shoes on, because if I did not have shoes on, my foot would have been gone, like dead ass. That shit broke on my foot. But I don't know, I feel like it shouldn't have went that far. I think she started fighting because of, or she was mad or upset was because of the whole cake thing, I believe. But we didn't know they weren't in the room. Like, we deadass was calling everybody, like, y'all need to get in the kitchen. Y'all need to get in the kitchen. But they didn't want to come in the kitchen. I guess they were gone, and I didn't know that. So, yeah. But I just feel like we could have just went about it a different way. I feel like a lot of the things that happened on the show could have been dealt with in a different way. But, yeah. Somebody said 21 smashing the cake was funny.
That was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, I was cracking up. And,
yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about the people that felt like you weren't that entertaining, and not because of the fighting thing?
I feel like, everybody's going to have their opinion, and not everybody's going to find you entertaining. Like, not all of us are going to, like, click with each other, because we're not, like, we're all different. Second of all, I just feel like a lot of, like, during the times when I would try to show my personality and stuff, it's like the chat wouldn't even give me a chance. They automatically had their thoughts about me. So, like, soon as I would get on the camera, they're already smashing me. Like, they're already pulling out all these negative shit out of nowhere. So, like, I just feel like I couldn't really show myself, because it's just like, damn, if I tried, then it's like y'all still got some shit to say, or y'all trying to push me out the camera. So it's like sometimes I would kind of just back off of it.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, when people were telling you, like, oh, they don't think this show is for you and da-da-da-da.
Uh-huh.
So, where I would say about what you just said is Maj crowd can come off very, very rude. Either you take it or you don't. And for you to let them pretty much bully you out your spot, and you're there and they're behind a screen, is where I say you have to learn how to stand up and get your camera time no matter what the fuck the comments is saying. Because at the end of the day, you were there to get your camera time, and you lost out on that because you let people in the comments pretty much bully you out your spot.
I get what you're saying, but I feel like I did do that though, because if that's the case, I would have went home. I wouldn't have fought for like staying there. And not only that, there was times in the morning where I would just have the camera to myself. So I did take advantage of some of that. I feel like I could have done that more, but I do feel like I did my best of like trying to ignore the comments. But it is hard for me at the same time because it's new for me. Like I've never been, I've been used to like, I'm used to like getting hate from like, jealous bitches in person and stuff. But I never had anybody like constantly flood my phone with like hella hate comments and calling me this and that. You get what I'm saying? So it was a learning experience for me. And I did say that on a show, but I'm glad that I got through it because it taught me to, how to go about it at the same time.
Do you feel like, because I heard you say that, and you seem like you're not that kind of person. You said, you kept saying repeatedly, violence isn't the first answer when you're getting in a situation with someone. You don't typically just want to hit them. Do you feel like a part of you lashed out the way you did because of the atmosphere you were in?
I think so too. I feel like it was a whole bunch of different things. Like, I was talking to Faith before we even got on the bus, and I was just like, something in my spirit just don't feel right. And I kept saying I didn't even know it was going to be something with me, that I didn't know I was going to be in something that night, but I did feel like something was off. And that's why on the bus, like, y'all probably could tell, like, I wasn't even trying to drink that night, but I was like, okay, let me just, try to get out my element a little bit, because I already wasn't feeling right. And I don't know why, but my spirit was bothered that night. And so basically, like, I was already annoyed. I'm already dealing with a whole bunch of hate comments. I'm already dealing with the people calling me hoes and all this crazy shit, which is annoying as fuck. So when everything else is going on with the twins and then Journey in London, that was kind of annoying within itself because I didn't want nobody really fighting that night. And then Maj and Zay almost got into it, and I tried to break that up. So then when his girlfriend came up to me out of nowhere, and like the first thing you're trying to do is be messy, I was already on 10 at that point. Like I was already annoyed at that point. So I feel like that just put the cherry on the top, because like, don't come at me on no disrespectful type of shit. I feel like she could have sat, like if you genuinely had real questions as a girlfriend, I feel like you could have came to me differently. You could have sat, like, put us to the side. We could have sat down with no cameras, no nothing, nobody around, and you could dead ass just ask me some questions that you really had, and I would have given you the answers. I'm never the type of girl to just do some crazy stuff just because somebody's asking me about their boyfriend. Hell no, never been like that, because I've been in those shoes before. But and people kept saying that she didn't want to be on camera, she didn't want to be arguing with the cast members. But it's like, if that's the case, then why did you come at me? Why question me the way you questioned me? You get what I'm saying? And then when she kept getting hyped, and after I got hyped, and she kept getting hyped, and then she started saying more disrespectful stuff, I was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm not gonna go for this. And she already was looking like she wanted to do something, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna, like, y'all not gonna embarrass me on TV or nothing. I'm gonna just charge at you first. I don't give a fuck, because I already felt disrespected at that point. And I felt like it was really her, like, trying to pick at me too, because it's like, when she spoke to Journey, she was doing it in a laughing matter. She was joking around. She was playing. But when she came to me, it was in a rude way. Like she was trying to check some shit. Like I really thought she was doing something, and you're not going to get a moment out of me. So I charged at her.
Do you think that you deserve to be on season 2?
Yeah, I do. I really do think I deserve to be on season 2, because I'm not just there for a moment. Like, I know a lot of people are there to just like for the experience and stuff, but no, for me it's bigger than that. I was really there to build my platform and stuff like that, and I feel like I do have what it takes. I just feel like a lot of people don't clash with me because just because I'm more laid back, or people feel like I don't fit in because I'm not as loud as everybody else in the room.
They just like, oh, she just here just to be here. That's just what it looks like. Not saying that's what it is.
Yeah, but it wasn't that. And that's the thing, like, y'all can't see everything that's going on in the house. Like, That's another thing. Y'all don't see every little thing that goes on in the house, so y'all really can't really pinpoint. Y'all are only going based off on what y'all see, which is I understand. But I'm not just there for like just a moment or just to take up space or just to take the opportunity. Like I dead ass believe Maj wouldn't have put me on the show if he felt that way. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that one.
But you know, the
Yeah.
comments not gonna always like you. They don't like us. You
Yeah, and
see
I know
in the
that.
comments?
I don't give a
I
fuck.
know some people are just not gonna like me. Some people are gonna feel like I don't deserve to be in certain rooms, and that's fine. That's everybody's opinion. Like at the end of the day, it's really up to God. At the end of the day, like
Literally.
so
That's a
that's
fact.
how I take it, and that's
Yup.
why I was on the show anyways. Like so a lot of people, even during my audition, was saying I don't belong there, but I was there. A lot of people wanted me gone and not be there the whole 7 days, but I was there the whole 7 days because at the end of the day, it's God's plan. Like if it's meant for me, then it's meant for me, and if it's not, then it's not.
Okay,
Hey, Scooby.
You definitely stood up
Yeah,
for
and I feel
yourself.
like
You
not
spoke
even
up for
that. I feel
yourself.
like I feel like I brought something different to the show either because I was the only girl in the show that was willing to help bitches with their makeup, willing to help bitches with their outfits.
They
Nobody
said
was doing
today
that. Nobody
you
was giving girl, girly girl. Nobody was giving none of that. I gave a little something different to the show rather than just fighting and beating people up or just talking shit 24/7.
I
Like
said how people got along.
yeah, everybody was using my shit, but and I didn't mind it because I'm that type of girl. Like I love people to look good. Like I was really there not just to just take up space. That's one thing I don't want y'all saying, and I'm not saying y'all saying it, but even just anybody. Period. I don't want y'all thinking I was just there taking up space and just trying to use the
I
opportunity.
don't feel like
just
you
to
was
use
taking
it.
up space.
Like no, I definitely was trying to help people in the house. Definitely was being that girl. Like I don't understand, but yeah. That's
But
kind.
the one thing I'm sorry. Let me finish this real quick. The one thing I was about to say when you said you was there the whole time, you were there the whole time, but that was by default.
Yeah, because Kiki wanted to leave.
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
can't
I know
say
that.
that.
That's why
Yeah.
I said.
So
But that's why I
No,
said
hold
you
on.
saying that was
Hold on,
God's
Omiyanka.
plan? You're basically
yeah,
saying that
that's
was
what I'm
God's
saying.
plan.
That's something I can't
yeah.
control. That's something
sure.
like if she wanted to stay, then I would have been gone. Yes, I been knew that. But that's why I said that was nothing but God. Because if not, then I would have been
No,
gone.
I do not feel like you would have left. No, not gonna
No,
lie.
they
Me and
had me
Maj
on the
talked about
chopping
this.
block. Like I would have
she
been
had
gone.
the
No,
would
I
have
mean,
never
yeah,
left.
she was. Yeah,
She had the most votes.
It's not like a debate thing. It's more factual.
Even if she had the most votes, she would have never got a drop. Even if Kiki stayed, she would have never left.
You had the immunity
Be
card,
honest.
right? Amari, didn't you?
Be
No, but that
honest.
was after. I had an immunity card after we did the competition.
okay.
This was before
But,
competition.
but that's what I'm saying. Even if she got voted off, Maj would have never dropped her out of the
Because
show.
Maj did say he liked her.
Yeah, like multiple times.
Yeah, he
So
thinks
she
I'm
would
good
never-
for the show. Like,
Yeah, he
he
said
told me
that you were the
himself.
only one that brought something different, like positivity wise, instead of
Yeah.
fighting. Like that.
Okay, what was I finna say?
Anything else, Kay? Because
I'm trying to think.
what Letty said, I didn't even see what
He
Letty
said Maj just say a lot of shit.
I was just, that's why I didn't respond, because that's why I'm like, okay, y'all, look, hey, whatever y'all say. No one said that. I never
We
said
don't
that.
know. We're not Maj, but
I'm
Maj
not, I didn't say that.
Well, I'm saying what Maj told me. So if y'all just saying he says anything, then, but that's what he told me.